Oh, hi guys, my name is Zinjy and welcome back to another episode of OlympusCraft. And let's kick this episode off the right way. Let's activate our horn and see if we can get a reply from the good old Fuzzy Cub. Fuzzy, are you there? He is online, but can we see him? Where's the Fuzzy Cub? He's there somewhere. He's not replying back. Fuzzy, reply! And yes, as you can see behind me, we can actually see Fuzzy's base now. And between episodes, I've actually installed a mod known as BobbyMod. BobbyMod, I'm sure a lot of you already know what it is, but for those of you who maybe don't know what it is, BobbyMod is a mod that is a client-side mod, so it's just on my side, it's not on the servers, doesn't take up too much power, and if it's going to be... Oh! A reply! Fuzzy is about. Yeah, basically, BobbyMod actually improves our render distance. I think the server is set to like 18 chunks. I've actually got it set to like 40 chunks. So we can actually see 40 chunks distance way out, which is very, very cool. As you can see, we can see Fuzzy's base. And maybe if we turn and have a quick look, maybe we can see the legendary cub. Is he there? We heard his horn. Fuzzy, come to your front door. Now, it's not just Fuzzy's base that we can see with the render distance we have set to 40 chunks. I am in free cam, as you can probably tell, you know. We can actually see all the way to Korey's base. Like, there's Korey's ship, there's Korey's island, so it does go pretty far. And if I spin round, we can see Rob's area. Rob is over there. You can see where Rob's building over there. So we can actually see a really, really great distance. Now, this mod is awesome. But what is the plan for today's episode? Well, in our last episode, we created this beautiful base that is surrounding us. Unfortunately, in the creation of said base, we used a lot of iron. I mean, a lot of iron. So the main purpose of today's episode is we really need an iron farm, because I promised Fuzzy in the last episode I was going to build one, and I need one and he needs one, and yeah, we need iron. So an iron farm is what we're going to be doing first. Now, off camera, I have been a busy chap, and I have actually collected all the necessary things that we are going to need for this farm. The only thing I'm missing is the water, but that's okay. I can get that at any point. It doesn't really matter. But I have everything else. So I want to pack this up in our backpack, and I want to show you guys where we're going to be building an iron farm for this season. And this is the glorious location in which we are going to be building the iron farm for this season. It's going to give Fuzzy and I all the iron we are ever going to need. Let me hop off Howner Brown Cow and get him leaded up so he doesn't run away, because this particular cow, yeah, I'm talking you, Howner Brown Cow, he runs away quite a lot. He just, you let him go and he just donders off wherever he wants to go. Good horse. Sorry, good cow. Good cow. Stay. Anyway, iron farm, yeah. So this archway right here, this is actually where we're going to be building the actual iron farm. Now, if you can visualize, well, you can see the arch. If you visualize just sort of hanging down here below the arch, that's where the iron farm is actually going to be built. And obviously we'll do, we'll build it all, we'll get it working, so the drops are like sort of feeding in. And then Fuzzy and I, and possibly Callie, are going to actually decorate it in a way we're not 100% sure yet, but we are going to have it connected to chains, so it's actually properly hanging from the archway. I think that is probably going to make it really, really cool. Now, this iron farm we are going to be building, guys, I have built on the channel before. I do have a tutorial for it. If you guys wish to build this iron farm for yourself, or you're just interested in seeing it, how it's built, I will link it at the top of the screen for you guys right now. It's a really good iron farm. It's typically built on the ground, so we are going to have to modify it slightly since we're building it in the sky. So let me go and grab my dirt blocks and my scaffolding, and let's get to work. And after a small amount of building later, we have ourselves our iron farm for this season. And there it is in all its glory. It is not very big. I say we had to modify it because we're building it there instead on the ground, but that is perfectly okay. It works exactly the same. We've got a drawer attached to the bottom, so we'll just catch the iron and compact it all down nicely into that single little drawer. Now, you may notice there are a couple of things missing. One are the villagers, which we actually have. But two is the zombie, because, let's be honest, wrangling zombies is never the funnest task. Now, the original idea was to not actually use a zombie, it was to use a pillager, and Fuzzy and I actually had quite a few pillagers by Fuzzy's Island, but they have since mysteriously disappeared. Yeah, we don't really know what happened to them, so a zombie it's going to have to be. Let me build some sort of contraption or platform that we can get zombies spawning in, and we can name tag one and drop it in. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. And this is what we've got. We have the jankiest box in the world, but you know what? It's going to serve its purpose well. I've just built it right over where the zombie needs to lie. You can see we have a trapdoor, so we've got through the trapdoor. This is our sort of black box. We're hoping a zombie will spawn in. I just need to use the waystone to go back and then come back again to reload the chunks, and hopefully during the day the only real place anything's going to spawn is in this box. I just really hope we don't get creepers, because I don't like boom booms. Okay, I've reloaded chunks a few times, and if I am correct, I'm sure I can hear Zombies. Yes, let's get in here. Hopefully just zombies. No creepers. Be cool. Be cool. Aha, right, okay. You, sir... Is that 2 zombies? It is, right, okay. Let me get rid of you. Cause oh, no, let's not kill both. Let's not kill both. Be cool, be cool. Let's kill you. You don't have the armor. Oh, no. Don't kill. Don't kill. Right, one more. Ooh, right, let's name tag you. So you can be called Rob. Rob the zombie. And then what I want to do is remove... How am I going to do this? Let's slab it. Let's remove this. Let's open this. And let's remove the slab. Bye! And Rob, welcome to your new home. Of course, we ain't done yet. We need to get the 3 villagers in. So let's just quickly do that and not make a mistake because it's always the worst. 1, 2, 3. Oh, perfect. Now we just need to clear up this, wait till night so those guys can sleep, and we should have a working system. Do you hear that beautiful noise? Do you hear that beautiful noise? And look at that gloriousness. Look at that guy falling into the happy fun time. Thank you, my friend. I am sorry, but I'm also not sorry because fuzzy and iron are need of iron, and this is definitely the best way to get it. And that pretty much solves our iron issue for the season. I am kind of glad we have this up. We're going to have all the iron we need, and we need a lot for create. But that's going to have to wait till next episode because I need to solve another problem in this episode, and it's got to do with what I'm wearing. And yes, my friends, the time has finally come for us to change out of this godforsaken iron armor. I've had it pretty much since episode 1. It is still the exact same armor. I have not repaired it. I have not changed it. It's the same diamond boots, the same armor, chest plate, helmet, and pants. And I'm kind of into my tether with it now. I actually want to get my armor for the season. But what are we going to be using this season, you may ask? And that is an incredibly good question. What armor are we going to be using? Well, as you can probably see here, this is all the different armors we have for the season. And there are a lot of them. Of course, I don't really want to use any sort of vanilla type armor. And I am banned from technically diamond. I know I have the diamond boots, but that was from episode 1. So I'm letting it slide because that's before I made the rule. So once we get rid, once we take those off, we get rid of those, that's us done. We can't go back to diamond. I don't want to use netherite. I want to use some of the fancy armor. Now there is sort of this stuff from Botania and that, but I don't know if I want to get into that. There is the Warden stuff, which is pretty sweet, but I don't want to use that either. I want to go different this season, and I think what we're going to be using for the season is this. We are going to be using the crate stuff. I'm going to be using the back tank, netherite, not the copper, but we need to get netherite, of course. We're not probably going to use the helmet because it actually covers your face, but I'll have a look at it. We're definitely going to be using the boots. And then we are going to be going into the ametrine. I want to use the ametrine helmet, the ametrine pants, the netherite back tank, and the netherite diving boots. That is what I want my armor to be for the season. Let's try and make some of it. I feel like we are definitely going to have to go into the nether and get ourselves some ancient debris because I need the netherite stuff. Right, let's craft this stuff up. So let's start with the back tank. Now I should have all the items necessary for this. So let's do that. There's our back tank. Awesome. Let's craft a helmet because I just want to have a wee look. I should have the glass. Yep, there's our helmet. And let's craft the boots because the boots we need as well. So let's get those. Okay, now the ametrine I'm going to have to get separately. I need to figure out where that actually spawns. I'm fairly sure it's in the nether in one of the biomes in there. So we definitely have to go into the nether because I need obviously ancient debris and I need ametrine. Let's have a look, see what this stuff looks like on us though. Right, finally, the moment I have been waiting for. Let's jettison all our iron stuff and let's pop on our... Oh, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that is cool. As I say, the helmet I don't think I'm going to use because I would very much like to see my glorious, lovely face. Let's have a look at the back tank. Whoa! That is super, super cool. Now, I know some of you probably will be asking, why do I want to use the back tank so much? The main reason I want to use the back tank so much, or one of the main reasons, is because if you look at the netherite back tank, the stats on this are exactly the same as a netherite chestplate, which is astounding. And also, if you look at the Warden chestplate, which is arguably one of probably the best chestplates we have on this mod pack, it's only 1 less in armor and 1 less in armor toughness. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Of course, it's not the only reason I want to do it. It does have another function. You can actually use this for certain items in Create, but I don't want to get into that yet. That's something I want to save until we have Create sort of set up, and I'll explain at the time. Of course, this stuff all here can also be enchanted as well. You can get all the protections, you can get thorns, you can get, you know, Curse of Vanishing. I don't particularly want that, but you can get it. You can have capacity, which actually increases the amount of energy that you can store within the back tank, because you cannot put mending on this, as it's not like a, you know, an actual armor piece that's going to break. It's the capacity. It's judged by the bar going up and down depending on how much energy you've got in it. And of course you can put soul bin, but I don't think I'm going to use that. So that's probably the main reasons why I want to be using the back tank, because it is pretty sweet. But I really need to go and get the netherite stuff, because this copper stuff is actually worse than iron. So let's go and get set up with some netherite and ametrine. And here we are. I've already made my way to the nether. I am already at Y14, which is the best possible level to find ancient debris in Minecraft. I have been putting this off for a while because it's never fun to find ancient debris, but I kind of need it. So let's do a 1 hour sort of mining session, see how much ancient debris we can, you know, get. I technically need 16 to get my armor pieces done, so let's see if we can at least do that. But there's not much more to say other than let's get mining. And you know, usually this is the part I will say, we had a successful time lapse. Well, I'm not going to say that today. No, I was mining for 1 hour. That was the plan. We mined for an hour. In the first 20 minutes, I found 5 pieces of ancient debris. Thought we were on a winner here. Then I didn't find any for the next 40 minutes. Yeah, that's right. I found 5 in an hour. So what did I do? I did what any sane Minecrafter would do. I went mining for another hour. It didn't turn out to be an hour though. I got 20 minutes in and I had found 11 pieces in 20 minutes. Yeah, I really hate ancient debris finding sometimes. But that now means we have 16 pieces of this lovely, lovely stuff. We need to get it smelted down. We need to get the netherite scrap, and then we need to make netherite ingots so we can apply it to our armor. Let's get some netherite ingots. Right, and if we take our netherite scrap, do this, take our gold ingots and do this, we get 4 netherite ingots. Let's go. Right, I have all the armor required here as well, so let's just do all this as well. So let's put our 4 netherite ingots in there. Let's make the netherite helmet, because we definitely need that. Let's make the netherite leggings, because we definitely need that. Let's take the copper back tank and pop it in there, which makes the netherite back tank. Look at the difference in those stats. It's just wonderful. And let's take the copper boots, pop them in there, and we get netherite diving boots, which are just as cool, if not cooler. Now I need to grab the ametrine, and we'll make these 2 pieces here, ametrine pieces. Now I believe for the ametrine, it's also in the smithing table, so let's just grab our ametrine blocks, put them here, which it looks like it works. It does. There's our ametrine helmet. Let's take the pants, put those in there, and get ametrine leggings. Now let's try all this stuff on. Goodbye, my old gear. It has been fun. Let's... Oh. Oh, look at that back tank. Oh, well, hello there, Zinjy. You are looking suave, my friend. Now, typically, of course, I am not finished. I will need to put all the enchantments, protection, mending, unbreaking, you know, all the normal stuff. We'll need to get that on all these pieces of gear as well, so we're not breaking them. I'm going to do that in between episodes because there's a lot of stuff to do. But there is one thing more I want to do, and that is actually tend to this. I'm still using the same iron sword from episode 1, and I would very much like to change that. There is one particular weapon in the game I want for the rest of the season, and I'm going to be honest, it is exceedingly cool. Now, the sword I am looking to create that we're going to be using for the rest of this series is one from the good old Britannia. Now, Fuzzy Cub, our good friend Fuzzy, has actually helped me gather some of the resources for this sword because we are going to be using the Thunder Collar. That's right, we're going to be using the Thunder Collar. Look how cool that looks for the rest of the season. Fuzzy's helped me with some of the Terrorblade stuff and, you know, getting the Mana Diamond, Elementium Ingot, and I managed to get the Ender Air Bottle myself. So let's actually craft up our sword for the season. Let's craft up our Thunder Collar. Oh boy, that is cool. Look at them. Which, let's see, an F5. Oh boy, we are. It's kind of funny with the Blaze backpack sort of sticking out, but that's actually pretty cool. I like it. It looks pretty smart, but look at that sword. It looks absolutely insane. There is a sort of special ability with this sword, which you can't see it right now with me just simply swinging it. A lot of the Britannia swords have special abilities. This one has a really cool one. Basically, when you're in a group of mobs and you're swiping at a giant group of mobs and you're hitting mobs, it lets out massive thunder, like lightning strikes, and just takes all the mobs down. So if we ever get, like, you know, hoarded for any reason, we are going to be super safe. Of course, we need to put enchantments on it and stuff on it as well. You know, you can put like your sharpness and all the usual sword enchantments, which we are going to do in between episodes, and we're going to do it with our armor as well. So we're going to be like super zinjy by the time we come back in next episode. And that is where we're going to have to call it for today. I have kind of run out of time for today. We have managed to get quite a bit done. We have the iron farm up and running, so Fuzzy and I are going to have infinite iron for the rest of the season, which means we can now go into crate, which I am super excited about, and we probably will be doing in the next episode. I am going to start getting straight into crate stuff because there's loads of stuff I want to do with crate this season, and I am super excited. And of course, we managed to get our armor finally done, so we're no longer in the cheap iron armor. Look at our armor. It looks so cool. I mean, look at this. Look at this back tank. It is so look at just everything about it is so cool. And as you can see in the background, as the sun is setting, I am going to say goodbye for another episode, but I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.